Leads all rookies in receiving yards through 4 weeks. Dalton first time to the air, and there he is on the opening drive here. Dalton, a little wobbly, and it's incomplete. Both the upright and the crossbar. This one from 56. And he says, well, after last week.
See Will Disley in at tight end.
And Geno Smith to the air for the first time. And another completion. Need to get to the 45. Geno flush from the pocket. Throws it at the last second. And what a throw to DK Metcalf. Metcalf stays on his feet and rolls into the end zone for a Seattle Seahawks touchdown of 50 yards.
And did I mention?
So now the Saints from behind and starting at their own 11. Dalton off the play fake. Winds up, fires a fastball complete out to the 29. Yeah, we'll see Mafe more as the game goes for Seattle. Third down at 5. Dalton pumps underneath. And Marquez Callaway has nowhere to go. After Geno Smith's first incompletion, they'll go back to the ground. And Penny gets some room down the sideline. On 3rd and 5, they'll fake the give.
Great play.
But nowhere to go.
Yes, sir.
Will Lutz hit a 56-yarder for New Orleans, and now Jason Myers gets his opportunity from 56. And he is true as well.
Blockers, rather.
He's been doing it for a long time, Woods. 35 years old, the oldest guy on the field. And Dalton's going to set up and throw and fit it in a tight window.
You have to identify where he is.
He missed last week and week 2 with a rib injury. And now Andy Dalton under pressure, able to get it off, though, dumping it underneath to his tight end, Juwan Johnson, and the former wide receiver.
So you're aware right away.
This time it's back to the ground with Kamara forcing his way. Kamara already 34 yards on 8 carries. Back to Taysom Hill. Hill up the middle and in. The Wildcat quarterback Taysom Hill scores the touchdown. Rashad Penny, they fake the give to him. Geno Smith dumps it underneath. Coming across Will Disley. Geno Smith needing 2 yards here. Pressure coming and he's taken down. There's Cam Jordan again.
They're going with 2 tights. That right side.
And they'll fake the handoff. Here comes a flag. Dalton in trouble, and Big Al Woods gets him. He has been the story for Seattle's defense here early. Pocket starts to collapse again. Dalton, well, he's been hit quite a few times. He's not going to get there. Watch the play clock. They snap it at 1. Smith underneath, and a great tackle. Oh, he's going to take off, running the world, and now the ball is free, and Taysom Hill jumps on it. Michael Dixon. Hill back in at quarterback, and Dwayne Washington checks in at running back. He's going to block for Hill, and Hill yet again strolls in. His second rushing touchdown of the first half.
I think Geno Smith is playing at an extremely high level right now.
Smith fakes a handoff to Walker, rolls out, and tosses it perfectly downfield to Fant.
He is playing very well.
Second down and 10. Smith.
Good decision.
And he's going to angle to the sideline and pick up the first down.
Right down here.
He's only had the 1 catch so far, 50-yarder. Geno Smith looks his way, but he cannot reel it in. And remember, no Michael Thomas, out again with a toe injury. Jarvis Landry out as well, but they've got this man back. And he has been running strong, this time out near midfield with a gain of 13. Underneath, Kamara. That'll get you back in field goal range, but he dropped the ball. And Seattle picks it up. It's the rookie Tariq Woolen who grabbed it for Seattle. Pocket clean, first down throw. Smith steps up, and he is going to take a shot. He's got Lockett in stride. Touchdown Seattle with 7 ticks left in the half. A 35-yard strike. Smith to Lockett, and Seattle is back in front. As Megan said, doing his thing again. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And this time Metcalf adjusts, but he dropped it. Now, was he ever in full possession of it? If he was, New Orleans has the football.
And did he make a football move? And I'm not seeing anything there.
Well, Dalton needs 9 yards here. Instead, he says, how about a touchdown? Has it broken up. Olave. Weeks. They needed the challenge flag to get it done, but they got it done.
Yeah, they got the call. And I think the call was right. Olave does a nice job of coming back. But Bryant doesn't.
Dennis Allen wins the challenge. The call is reversed.
Slowed out Davenport.
Geno Smith looking for 15 yards here. Steps up. Pressure. Down he goes. Pete Werner grabbed him by the ankles. Play fake, and Andy Dalton is going to go to Kamara. There's that playmaker. He's taken out of bounds. Megan, do you have an update on Chris Olave?
On the field.
Dalton, he's going to throw it out wide. Traquan Smith cannot bring it in. Incomplete. On 3rd and 9, Geno Smith underneath. DJ Dallas has it, but he's not going to get there. Tyrann Mathieu.
Played with Roger.
3-time Super Bowl champ. Firing to the outside, and that ball is picked off. It is Tariq Woolen. He ran a 4.2640 at the combine, and now he's got his offense. The ball back, and they get to DK Metcalf. They just get the snap off. 3rd and 18. Smith, where's he going to go? Pressure coming from the backside, and he's just going to step out of bounds.
I see the same thing you do. I can just get there. That's Kamara.
Well, Kamara's back in there, and they set up the screen for him. He's got a convoy, and he's across midfield and into open space. Eventually tracked out of bounds by Kobe Bryant.
Oh, here we go.
How about that? And his first pass is a beauty for a touchdown to Adam Troutman. Straight drop for Smith. And right at the sticks, there's Lockett. Play action. Smith sets up at midfield. He wants the end zone. He wants Lockett, and he's got him again. Lockett earlier had a 35-yard touchdown reception. This one of 40 yards.
Let's see what they're doing up. So he's running with them all the way. Got a little jump on him. He just runs to the middle of the field. Now you got to close, and he can't because Lockett's running just with him. That's just.
Smith is going to throw it again. Or will he run it? He throws it at the last second, and it's incomplete. And Dalton's going to swing it out to Kamara. Kamara stops, starts again. Shifty to the 40.
In the zone.
Handoff up the middle. Ingram's not going to get there.
Not even close.
Uchenna Nwosu. Geno will turn around and hand it off, and there's Walker's first big run of the game, and it's a huge hole. Kenneth Walker, the 21-year-old rookie, is gone for 69 yards into the end zone, and we're tied at 31.
Watch this right here. Here, he's going to start. Now jump back. Look at this hole. You can see it's right through there. And he has to beat one man, and that's here, and he cuts back outside when he overcommits to the inside. That is just outstanding running.
There's no running backs. There's no wide receivers on the field right now. And that means they're going to run it with Hill. This is worked
he could go
every time, and now he's gone. It's a foot race, but the speed of Woolen, will he get there? No! Touchdown! A 60-yard scamper for Taysom Hill.
Well, you knew it's coming. It's going to be a run. He got to the second level, and he looked up, and nobody was there. Now, Woolen's about, I don't know, maybe 5 yards behind him. He's going to make up that difference. He's going to try to go for the strip on it, and he knew it. And that's a great job.
Or 4 total touchdowns for Hill. 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. Now Dalton hands it off. Ingram up the middle. He got in. 39-32 New Orleans. Just a huge play right here. Smith escapes the pocket. Has nowhere to go. He's being pressured. And Cam Jordan takes him down to the ground. His second sack of the game.
They can get off right here. They have a chance to put it back in Geno Smith's hands.
Dalton over the middle, caught, first down. Geno Smith won't get it back yet. Traquan Smith with a catch. There you go.
That's a grandson that's doing it too.
Here's a handoff for Kamara. They try to ice this game. Boy, he almost broke it. Quandre Diggs just got him, and then Brooks came over to help.
There was a great block there because Geno's playing really well. He's only on a 1-year contract. And I've seen this happen before where he just takes off. So there's some decisions to make.
But the Saints get the victory here. For Matt Mellon, Megan Levy, and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. We'll take you to America's Game of the Week right